It's similar in size to an egg, but isn't related at all. Fuzzy on the outside, but is not a stuffed toy. A little bird carries the same word. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you some time. Go ahead. Still haven't gotten it? Sweat not. It's kiwi. Welcome. You're listening to TALRadio powered by Touch a Life Foundation, and this is Foodology. I'm radio host Devansh, and on this show, I talk about the enormous world of a little word called food. Kiwis are kind of underrated in the world of food. And I don't see why. They're vibrantly green, super delicious. They're sweet, easy to eat, and are highly nutritious. They even have a bird that looks exactly like it. And just like peach is the fuzzy cousin of the nectarine, apples and pears are comparable, while mangoes and cashews are related. There's nothing remotely like the kiwi fruit. All these are well enough reasons to have this fruit be mainstream, but it is what it is. At least it's good that people consider this as a superfruit because they often tend to divert all their attention towards consuming kiwis during times of illness and diseases. Some people consider that kiwi fruit symbolizes happiness. It is also a sign of bright perspectives in the fulfillment of your plans. Exotic kiwi is seen as a reflection of bold desires. Kiwis grow on robust vines, which need space, support, and a lot of sun. They have only become popular in the American markets in the last 50 years or so. Today, Italy, New Zealand, and Chile are the three leading export producers. It is an excellent fruit for export because when picked green, it remains edible for 2 months, and if held in refrigeration, it can remain fresh for up to 6 months. They're not just green as we all know them. They also come in yellow and golden varieties. The difference between the green flesh and the yellow flesh kiwi is that green kiwis contain a pigment that we all know as chlorophyll, and the yellow ones simply don't. Purchasing the fruit, I am 100% sure that you would have wondered why is kiwi so expensive? Yes, we all have. The answer is that most of the kiwis have to be imported. This involves a higher risk of damage, taxes, transportation costs, all of which altogether makes it an expensive fruit. A high demand and less supply is also one of the reasons why the prices are so high. While some varying factors may include weather conditions, season, production, etc. Because most kiwis are imported, there are a lot of middlemen involved and the kiwi fruit's final price rises significantly. Export-import taxes, transport, price markups from farmers to sellers to further sellers to exporters and so on. This is how much this fruit goes through before coming to you. Kiwi fruit is heavily associated with New Zealand and even defines the country's food produce and exports. But you'd be surprised to know that kiwi fruit actually originated in China. Still stuck on the fact that you've never heard that kiwis are originally from China and not New Zealand? Good. Kiwi is native to modern day China, and also I'm talking about the kiwi fruit and not the kiwi bird. This fruit's history began in the Yangtze River Valley in China and has mentions in poems written in the first millennium BC. Being of Chinese origin, obviously the fruit originally had a Chinese name, Yang Tao. It has been recorded as being cultivated from the 8th century BC. During the Age of Discovery, Europeans found this fruit and it was first brought to France in the 1740s. But it did not arouse any particular interest, which is very strange to me. In 1904, Mary Isabel Fraser, the principal of an all-girls school in New Zealand, brought back some kiwi seeds from China. They were then given to a farmer named Alexander Allison. He is credited with growing the first plants of this fruit near the riverine town of Wanganui. Its fruit attracted the interest of a lot of people. When the fruit was first grown in New Zealand, their sweet and sharp flavor and their green color quickly earned them the name Chinese gooseberries because they were from China and they had a sharp taste and a green color like gooseberries. In the late 19th century, kiwi fruit plants were introduced into Europe and then to the US. But the kiwi fruit remained a curiosity and only interested botanists because of its beautiful shape, and not the masses. In the 1950s, New Zealand began exporting this fruit to the US. This was the height of Cold War, and the term Chinese gooseberry was a marketing nightmare, so they had to change the name. Melonets was a name which was proposed, but it was quite unpopular with US importers because melons and berries had high import tariffs. So, in June of 1959, Jack Turner suggested the name kiwi fruit, the furry brown fruit, after New Zealand's furry brown flightless national bird, during a management meeting in Auckland. His idea was adapted and this later became the industry-wide name, and even the worldwide name. An intensive advertising campaign in 1974 helped market kiwi fruit throughout Europe. Although still an exotic and expensive fruit in the early 1980s, kiwi became standard in 1990s. Its high vitamin C content was undoubtedly an added bonus to make it more marketable. Following in New Zealand's footsteps, many other countries began to cultivate it and have become major producers. And kiwi fruit has truly made itself at home throughout the world. Kiwi is no ordinary fruit, both in terms of the way it looks and its nutritional content. The vibrant green slices with little black seeds have always worked wonders in spicing up or enhancing the taste of any dessert or fruit bowls. It is said that to make the most of its extraordinary value, it is best to consume the fruit as it is after removing the skin without including it in unnecessary and extravagant preparations. Kiwi is an all-rounder to support your health. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals such as vitamin A, B6, B12, E, potassium, calcium, iron, and magnesium. All these collectively contribute to the proper functioning of the body, such as blood circulation, fighting stress, iron absorption, for healthy bones and teeth, good vision, and all the good stuff. Hearing this should be enough to make you rush to the supermarket right now to get kiwis to include in your diets. But hear me out, there's more. The high vitamin C content in kiwis may aid in respiratory treatments like asthma. A lot of studies have found that intake of kiwi fruit was found to have protective effect on people with wheezing, symptoms and asthma. Even vitamin C and kiwis have a complementary effect. This fruit, which is rich in both the nutrients, was found to enhance lung function in children. A kiwi after dinner can aid in digestion. Kiwi contains an enzyme called actinidin or actinidin, which is also found in other fruits like pineapple and papaya. This enzyme breaks down protein in food like meat, dairy, eggs quicker than the digestive enzymes. So the next time you're feeling bloated after a protein-heavy meal, eat some kiwi for dessert and thank me later. Kiwi also contains both soluble and insoluble fiber, which again aids digestion. The small black seeds and even the peel are edible, though most people prefer without the peel, but it's edible and contains a lot of fiber. Kiwi is alkaline in nature, which means that it helps in countering the effects of acidic foods that you consume throughout your day, be it spicy, oily, or sugary foods. A healthy body is the one which has a good pH balance. That helps in keeping you active, full of energy, and gives you youthful, glowing skin. Kiwi helps with that. The fruit has a lot of antioxidants, preventing any form of skin degeneration. Kiwi is also a great source of serotonin, which helps to promote better sleep and enhances the mood. The consumption of kiwi may also help in improving sleep patterns without the intake of any pharmaceutical chemicals. Kiwi fruit is rich in potassium, a nutrient which is essential for heart health. Studies have shown that this nutrient alone can have dramatically protective effect against heart diseases. Despite all these benefits, kiwis may cause some allergic reactions in some people, especially around the mouth, lips, tongue, and the throat. If you experience any of these symptoms or any kind of itchiness or uncomfortable sensations in those areas after eating a kiwi, you could be allergic. And the best thing to do is stop eating the fruit right away and consult a doctor for allergy confirmation. All the nutrients that kiwi offers are essential for our health and optimal functioning of our bodies. It is categorized as an exotic fruit. Kiwi often features as a topping on pavlovas or in fruit bowls, salads, and smoothies. Very rarely it is cooked. Why? Well, it's because it has an enzyme present in it, which I talked about. This enzyme tends to break down milk proteins rather quickly, interfering with the final texture of any dessert which it is added to and cooked along. It also acts as a great tenderizing agent for meats and is commonly used in preparation of roasts and curries. It is consumed as a fresh fruit, frozen, or even dried fruit. It can also be consumed as jam, marmalade, nectar, or jelly. Kiwi wines are produced in some regions of the world. Even kiwi peels are used as an ingredient for making natural sleeping aids. In California, kiwi is at peak deliciousness from September to November. It's tough to describe the taste of a kiwi. It's sort of like a cross between sweet mango, juicy strawberry, and tart pineapple. I wanna share a super simple recipe, yet a gem for you and your loved ones' health. The best part is that your kids won't even notice that there's kale, spinach, or other greens that you wanna add in this smoothie. This recipe will make 4 glasses of smoothies. You will need 4 soft, plump kiwis, of course, because they're the star of this recipe. And the quantities don't need to be precise, you can eyeball it according to your taste. Then you need half a cup of greens of your choice, spinach, kale, or whatever was in your fridge. Half a cup of your favorite tropical fruit like mango, pineapple, or melon. Use fresh fruit for a thinner smoothie and frozen fruit for a thicker one. Half cup of orange juice, half a cup of yogurt to give the smoothie a creamy texture and dilute the color to a pretty pastel green. 3 teaspoons of honey or any sweetener of your choice. Don't add all the ingredients together. Add kale, juice, and yogurt in the blender first for a smoother blending of the greens, and after that, you can add the rest of the ingredients. Blend and serve. It's that simple. And I'm 100% sure that all your family members would love it. Or you can make it for yourself to support you in your journey to a healthier life. Or if you're feeling experimental, one simple search on the internet will leave you with thousands of recipes which call for the goodness of kiwi. Among those recipes, you will find kiwi salsa, kiwi bread, kiwi puddings, kiwi muffins, pies, bruschetta, and beyond. It's totally up to you. Kiwi fruit is native to Asia and has become popular worldwide due to its sensory and nutritional properties. It's also known by many other names such as Macao peach and a very popular name, Chinese gooseberry. It contains high levels of bioactive compounds such as vitamin C, vitamin E, flavonoids, carotenoids, and minerals. Kiwi fruits show a wide diversity in shape, size, fuzziness, flesh, peel color, and flavor. Hayward variety accounts for about half of the kiwi fruit cultivation throughout the world. Today, kiwis are grown in many different countries. You can find them growing in Italy, Chile, Greece, France, and of course, New Zealand. Due to the travel restrictions during the COVID-19 pandemic, kiwi faced some major setbacks. It became difficult for kiwi growers to get their fruits in the local and regional markets, which caused a serious decline in production and consumption. Consumers turned to affordable fresh fruits and vegetables with a good shelf life. Expensive and exotic fruits like kiwi faced a difficult market situation during that time. Fast forward to post-COVID times, there is an increased demand in major markets. A booming fruit juice industry and increasing health consciousness drove the market's growth. But on the other hand, trade barriers, related exports, and high prices still pose a difficulty for the exotic fruit to adorn our local markets and our tables just as much as any other fruit. While there is too much emphasis given on eating local and seasonal foods, we must also be open to embracing foods that are global if our body and health will benefit from it. Kiwi is one such fruit. Thank you so much for sticking around with me on this episode of Foodology. I had an incredible time talking to you. This is radio host Devansh signing off. Hope you have a beautiful and a magical day ahead. See you soon.